This is a kimono dress. I already know how to sew this. Are you sure? Yes, why not? The style has been trendy. It has been everywhere. Yes, of course, it has been everywhere. But in this tutorial, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a life-changing tip on how to sew every of your kimono dress. This is a life changer. If this is what you're interested in, keep on watching. Hi guys, I'm Nkiruka Obego. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to cut the kimono dress you saw on the thumbnail. So first off, I'll be marking in my baseline like I always do. Okay, so you mark in 1 inch. That will serve as your baseline. And note, I have my front and back piece here, but I'll be taking the back piece to work on the front piece. Okay, so later we are still going to come back to that. Did you get? So take it out. So guys, moving on, the next thing I'm going to do is to determine my sleeve length. The sleeve length is dependent on you. Okay, you can take your sleeve length. There is no rules to this one. And now I'm marking my neck width as 3.5 and my neck depth as 3 inches. Note that the front neck depth is not really necessary, but I'm using it as a guide. Now I'm marking in my shoulder slope. I use 1.5 as my shoulder slope, and I connected it back to the neck tip, as you can see. And the next thing you see me doing is my joining allowance, shoulder joining allowance. Okay, and that is 1/2 inch. Moving on guys, you're going to place 1 inch on the baseline like so. Just watch carefully, okay, and you will not go wrong. So I'll place my 1 inch like that before taking my vertical measurement. Okay, now the vertical measurement includes your bust point, your waistline, your hip line, and your hem line. Okay, and that is what I'm going to be imputing now. So I've already marked in my waistline, and here is my hip line, and the down part, as you already know, is our hem line. I'll be inserting the bust point line later on. Okay, so don't worry. So I'm redrawing my line to make sure that you guys can see clearly. Okay, by the way, if this is your first time of coming across my channel, you are highly welcome. I am Nkiruka Obego, and in this channel I share videos on how to cut and sew. So do well to subscribe, click on the bell icon so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video, and do not forget to like this video. Okay, so the next thing I'm doing here is to mark in my bust point measurement. I told you guys not to worry, so this is it here. Okay, so after this, the next thing we're going to be doing is to impute our horizontal measurement. So I'll be dividing my bust, waist, hip by 4. Okay, and I'll add 2 inches as my ease allowance and 1 inch as my sewing allowance. Note, ease is different from sewing allowance. Okay, so don't get it twisted. So now I've divided my bust measurement by 4, and I've marked that already. So now I'm going to mark in 2 inches for ease and 1 inch for what? Sewing allowance. Yeah, you got that. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to repeat the same process on my waistline, and I'm going to do the same thing on my hip line. And the measurement I have on my hip line, I'm going to take the exact measurement down to the hem line. Okay, there is no alteration to that. So whatever you have on the hip line, take it down to the hem line, and you are good. So the next thing we are going to do is to connect. Okay, so this is the 1 inch seam allowance, right? Okay, so now that we've gotten this, the next thing we are going to do is to determine the sleeve circumference, the sleeve opening. Okay, so whatever you have as your sleeve length, you're going to reduce it by 1 inch, and that is what you're going to mark here, and that will give you a slanted line. Did you get? So after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to create a curve like this. All right, and so I'm just telling you guys that I'm going to add black fabric at the sleeve hem, at the sleeve there. Okay, so now still working on the front, I'm going to mark 1 inch like this from top to bottom. So after marking, I'm going to connect. Okay, if you've not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to this channel as I upload detailed videos on how to cut and sew. Click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video, and do not forget to like this video also. So the next thing we are going to be doing to the front is to create a slope. Okay, and you're good to go. So you can choose how deep you want to go. You can use your bust point or underburst as a guide, but for me, I choose to use 7 inches. Okay, so you're just going to connect it to the 1 inch you've marked already. So now we have our back piece, and I'm going to place the front piece on the back piece like this. Remember, this dress is not having any zip, so there is nothing like zip allowance, as you can see. So now I'm going to be placing the back fabric in such a way that it is 2.5 inches longer than the front. Just observe what I'm doing. Okay, you remember that 1 inch we took away from the front while marking in the front vertical measurement. So that 1 inch plus 1 inch for the back, that will be 2 plus ½ inch hemming allowance, that is 2.5. So that is what I just marked in now. Okay, and I will create a straight line, and remember our neck width remains 3.5 and neck depth for the back is 1.5. Okay, so after that we are going to cut out our back neckline. Okay, cut out the back shoulder slope. Can you see? This is how this kimono is going to lap on you, and you will not have to draw your kimono while walking. From time to time you are going to make it sit well on you. This will prevent you from doing that every now and then. Did you get? Blunders. Here, my kuleku has made me boycott my seam allowance. But not to worry, guys. You remember I used 2 inches as my ease allowance. Okay, so because I've boycotted my seam allowance, now I'm not going to be joining my front and back piece with 1 inch anymore. I'm going to be making use of ½ inch to join them together. That is to say, now I'm left with 1.5 inches ease allowance, so we are still good to go. Okay, so but don't try this at home. Please don't do this. Okay, I was currently talking to someone in my shop, and I made that mistake, so please be careful while cutting all these things. Sewing is a lot. So now I'm cutting out through that 1 inch I created initially on our front piece. Okay, so you are going to cut it out like this. Can you see? Now our front and back is ready. So now the next thing I'm going to be doing, guys, is to mark out our placket, sort of. Okay, so this black fabric is what I'm going to be using, and I have 3.5 inches here. Okay, so note that you're going to cut a black strip, two pieces like this, and you're going to join like this. Did you see? So this is automatically your center. All right. Okay, so and you determine your neck depth. So here I used 13.5. okay, you can do 14, you can do 15, and you can as well measure it on your neckline to be sure where you want that to sit. So the line you are seeing here is the 3.5 inches line that I marked out. Okay, I divided that 3.5 into 2, like to get that middle line. So I sewed all through to the hem, to the down part of the black fabric. Remember that this black fabric should be the same length or 1 inch longer than your main fabric, so that later on you can cut off the excess instead of you to have any form of shortage. Did you get? So after that, you're going to spread it open as you can see me doing, okay, and you're going to iron very well. At this point there is no light in our car and I just have to make this tutorial for you guys. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel if you've not done that, and also click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. And remember, my videos are always detailed, straight to point too. So now you see we've formed our neckline. So this is it. So the upper part there where we joined together, that will be serving as our center. Okay, now first things first, you are going to join your shoulder like this. Can you see I've already joined my shoulder? And the next thing you're going to do is to join shoulder to shoulder using your hand. Just hold them together to notch the middle of your neckline, because the black, okay, the black fabric, you are going to make sure that that part you joined is going to sit on the notched part of your neckline. Can you see what I'm doing? So I'm making sure that you understand. So this is it. So you are going to hold it like this and pin all through. Make use of your pin. If you don't want to redo this, just make use of your pins. So guys, after pinning down, you're going to take this to your sewing machine and sew all through. And you're also going to use 1.5 for the hem of your sleeve. Okay, you're going to attach a black fabric there also. And for the pockets, guys, I use 10 inches by 8 inches, right? So I use 10 inches for the depth and 8 inches for the width. Okay, so I'm going to place them like this. So before I do that, I'm going to be sewing the upper part of the pocket by 1/2 inch. Okay, so after that, I'll iron this 1/2 inch at the side, at the bottom like this. So after doing that, I'm going to sew it down. So the next thing after sewing the pocket area is to join front and back piece together. And this is the wrong side of the fabric, by the way, and you're going to weave that part. So now you're going to join them, and like I said, I'm going to be using 1/2 inch to join front and back piece together. So once you are done, the next thing you're going to do is to cut out the excess fabric. You see guys, this is my own excess. I made sure that it's longer than my main fabric, okay, so that it's good to cut out excess and to have shortage. So guys, the moment you are done hemming the lower part of your dress, you are good to go. And with this, we have come to the end of this tutorial. Please subscribe to this channel for more detailed videos. Give this video a thumbs up and do not forget to click on the bell icon. Guys, did you know it actually takes nothing to like a video? Please like this video so that it will get to other people, so that they will gain from this video just like you have done. See you guys on my next one. Bye.